we are really in the deep south of Louisiana. How high does the water have to be that you put your house on 20-foot stilts here? Or is that just their garage? I'm not sure. Looks like this is the boat launch. Pretty excited about this. I'm gonna casually bring up speckled trout because I've always wanted to catch a speckled trout, but I don't know if they have speckled trout here. But I know that they have redfish, but I want a speckled trout. Looks like they're all set up already. I'm excited, but I know I didn't bring enough snacks.
The plan was to target redfish in the brackish waters. Now, brackish is really just a fancy word for fresh and saltwater mix. According to Drew, the tides tend to shift how much salt is actually in the water, and apparently, more salt equals more fish. The tactic would basically be bobber fishing with corks. Toss out your shrimp in soft plastic, pop your cork to create sound and action, and then wait for the bobber to go under or shoot in some odd direction.
How far out are we gonna go?
We're gonna run probably 10 miles.
Okay.
In my estimation, the most common phrase you'll hear from a fishing buddy is, "Man, you should have been here yesterday." And it's normally followed up with a story about a quick limit of keepers and a monster fish that just keeps getting bigger with time. This trip lived right up to that same old tale. As Drew said, they absolutely killed the redfish the day before. But finally, my luck started to turn.
Nice, nice, nice. Nice. You think that one's 16 inches? Nice, nice, nice. That's a good fish. I gotta be honest, they're way calm out of the water. Is that normal?
Well, he's a little tired.
Okay. Oh, from the fight?
Yeah.
Man, that's a nice fish. He's got spots all over him.
In the back of the fish's mouth, we call them oyster crushers.
Why do you call them that?
Because they can take an oyster back there and they just crush it.
Well, that makes sense. But looking in there, it looks like there's like little needles in there.
Oh yeah. They have teeth. A lot of your fish in the saltwater have teeth. Probably 95% of them got teeth. So I don't think you're gonna come over here and
start lipping fish like you do in Michigan.
It won't happen.
I am always fascinated by the animals we pursue, but I have to say, out of all the fish I've caught, the redfish has the most bizarre, almost human-like look to it. I struggle to find the right words, but when you look at a redfish in the eyes, it's like you can tell he's looking back at you, and he seems to be processing more information than a typical fish. And this fish can live to be 60 years old, and scientists hypothesize that the spot on its tail can trick predators into thinking it's the head, giving the fish a chance to escape. I guess that's possibly why they live so long. The world record redfish topped the scales at over 90 pounds, and knowing there could be a monster like that in these waters, I wanted to try a few more spots before the thunderstorm rolled in.
Right up there, which makes maybe no sense, but I want to try it. It just looks pretty to look at.
I tried throwing it right there. You got to throw like in the grass, because all they're doing is pulling everything out.
Yeah, I see that.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. That was awesome. That was so cool. That's a better fish.
If you want to go that side with him, just go with it.
Stay low. Yeah. Now that's a good way to end it.
You got some spots though.
That's a pretty fish, man. Nice. There's that purring again. So interesting. What a good fish.
That would be the last redfish of the day. It was time to head back to Drew's cabin and meet up with his dad, who was nice enough to cook us lunch all afternoon. On today's episode, we harvested redfish down in Louisiana. While visiting here, I learned really fast that it would be very hard to go hungry in this state. Everyone we encountered outright demanded that they cook for us, and the flavor of the freshly caught seafood, wild game, and powerful spices could convince a guy to move here. Only experiencing this place for a few days certainly doesn't make me an expert, but it does give me a glimpse into their lifestyle, and I honestly think I understand it. You see, the culture here is all about fishing, hunting, and living off the land. And as a sportsman, I know the most fulfilling experience in the world is to go out and harvest game, clean it, prepare it, and cook it for the people you love. In a small way, it triggers this reward and accomplishment system in our brain that our ancestors absolutely survived on. And this primitive and fulfilling way of life is alive and well in southern Louisiana. The book of Isaiah says, "Feed the hungry and help those in trouble, and your light will shine out from the darkness."
That was so cool.